Pleasant Thursday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Have yourself a wonderful morning, Richie B and the Up and Go crew, and have yourself a wonderful birthday celebration. We're going to talk about that later on. And a very special Thursday morning to those who are gathered on the bridge. Thanks for joining us on the bridge. Always a pleasure. We're here because of you. A very special morning to Team Untengle. It is now 16 minutes after 11 o'clock, and we have live on Zoom Tony and Mackenzie. Good morning, Toniann.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
I am great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. All right, welcome to the bridge and to Untengle. All right, so tell us in a nutshell, Toniann, about yourself prior to you becoming a travel content creator.
All right, so I am by profession a graphic designer. I'm a graduate of Edna Manley School of Art. I did, visual arts. I'm also a photographer, and I just enjoy history, anything that's cultural history. That is me in a nutshell.
Okay, I'm sure we want to know like what community you're originally from, and people want to know, the school where you go and all them something there.
Okay, so I am a graduate of Edna Manley, as I said, and I used to attend Grove High School.
Okay.
I grew up in Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay.
And I love reading. I love traveling. I love exploring, and I love history. And anything cultural is in my DNA.
Okay, we got that. All right. So you have two jobs. One is a full-time, which is a graphic artist, and the other one is the travel content creator. We kind of figure out the graphic artist one. So we're more intrigued by the travel content creator. What is the job of a travel content creator?
All right, the job of a travel content creator is to basically document content based on your travel experiences, basically giving your audience a feel of the experience of traveling, whether it's locally, internationally, giving them a synopsis of what it would cost and what it entails. So I do a little bit of blogging, I do affiliate marketing, I also do a lot of Instagram reels. That's what I'm basically known for, and YouTube. So people really know me for the reels that I create on Instagram, the travel concept of, Jamaica and just traveling internationally.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
Okay,
yes.
All right. A travel content creator might be a little different from like a YouTube content creator, but creating content is creating content, and it is more difficult than people think. Tell us how difficult is your job, or easy?
Well, the challenge I have, it is easy for me because I enjoy what I do, and when you enjoy what you do, it just comes naturally, right? But when you are going on an excursion, let's say you're discovering a hidden gem and you're trying to create the content and experiences, you have to have a balance, which is hard because you're trying to capture. Anybody who knows me and goes out with me know that I'm trying to capture every single thing, and at the same time trying to have a downtime to enjoy it. When you capture all this content now, you also have to put the content together in an appealing way that your audience will be able to digest. So the 90-second reels that you see actually takes me one whole day to get all the documenting and everything, coming up with the concepts, everything. So it can be challenging, and you will face burnout at some point. So you have to know how to balance it.
Right. You mentioned facing burnout, but based on what you just described, content is not necessarily an issue for you, but working out which content is really more where the challenge is.
Right, exactly, and what concept you're going to come out of providing a hidden gem. So for me, I had to take a break at one point, but I had accumulated content over the years. So what I did was like, hey, I have all this content. Let me do an overall synopsis of foods in Jamaica, for example. So I would just go to different places during traveling. Let's say I go to Portland, I stop at Friendship Gap. I had that concept. I went to Melrose Place when I was going to St. Elizabeth. I just put all of that content into one content. So you have to be also creative in terms of creating your content. Your content doesn't have to be, I have to put this out every week. You already have content, so you just need to put it together in a creative manner. And that's what I've been able to do. And trust me, those are the ones that people gravitate to.
The ones that you don't try that hard with.
Exactly, because the content is already there.
Yes.
It's just putting it together.
Right, exactly.
You know?
All right, you mentioned burnout. And, when you're in the media, we understand exactly what that is all about. When you're experiencing burnout, what you do?
I just take a 5 minutes.
You don't do nothing.
5 minutes, but I just stop. And there are times when I would probably take a little break from the posting a little bit. I repurpose a lot of content. A lot of people don't understand that repurposing your content is also a good way. If you don't have any concept coming to you, just repurpose your content. It could be just a visual of a river, and those semi-contents, they do very, very well, because a lot of people who follow me are people from overseas who they haven't been to the river in years, and just seeing a still of a river brings them joy.
Yes.
So you can take from that. You don't have to be doing this whole, I went to this place in Portmore. No. Just take a minute, take snippets of your shots, and it would do very, very well.
I love that. Repurposing content. I love that. And in your job, that's not as difficult as all that. All right. So let us talk about now. I know you do your photography. Your photography, I'm sure, helps in every way, every aspect of your life. I mean, and that certainly helps you with content.
Yes, it does. Actually, that's how I started when I started out on Instagram, doing just photos. I actually did photography, black and white photography back then when they had film and you had to go in a dark room and develop. That's how old I am, right? They had before the digital age. So it kind of helped me to see things differently from, I guess, the average person in terms of documenting stuff. I like to document a lot of stuff.
Right.
So
okay, let's talk about travel. What is it about travel that inspires you so much?
Okay, so because I love history so much and photography, the two goes hand in hand. So the first place I went to, and this was by myself, was Cuba, because it had a lot of historic background to it, and the architecture for me, being stuck in time as a photographer, I really love that. So what inspires me is the history of the place. Wherever I'm going, it has to be historic. It's some significant element has to be in that place. So I've been to Machu Picchu, that's in Peru, and those places excite me. And also sharing it with other persons, helping them to get there, to travel, that is what inspires me to go on, even locally too,
Right. We're going to talk about locally too, because there was COVID. Right. So
there was COVID.
But something, Tony, as you talk about what inspires you to travel, I know that, reading your bio, you mentioned, you meet a lot of new people, which is absolutely true. But what I have found is that travel helps you to change your perspective. Like sometimes you're here in Jamaica, or you're here at home, wherever home is, and you just think the world is this little place, and everything that is happening here is all that's happening in the world. And then
that's
you travel.
True. That is so true. It changes your perspective. You appreciate where you come from, because people say Jamaica poor, but Lord, I've been to Cambodia and I've seen them. You appreciate your country. You appreciate life. It just brings something in you that's different. For me, I spend money on experiences rather than material things. Not saying I don't need material things now and then, but for me, my experiences, it just changes my mindset. I learn something new every time I travel, about the place that I go to, the people, just everything. So it does change your perspective, definitely.
Right. All right. So you're a traveler. And then there was COVID. And most travelers were like, what am I going to do now? What did you do?
What I did? Funny story, because I started my page Travel with Toniann during COVID because I had, again, all this content. I just came back from, I was in Colombia probably the year before, like latter year. So I had all this content. And I said, okay, let me show Jamaicans how to travel. And I put it up and whatever. But I wasn't doing any traveling. So I started to travel locally more, started to discover hidden gems in Jamaica, connecting with people who know where places are and everything. And that is where, I got my inspiration, and my page just blew up because people just didn't know that you had these nice hidden rivers in these places like in St. Mary. When tourists come, all they think about is Montego Bay. They don't know that St. Mary exists. They don't know that Kingston, Irish Town. So I just explored more. I brought people to food places, and I just explored more.
What was your most interesting discovery? Because, it's so nice to hear a Jamaican who travels all over the world and gets themselves accustomed to that. It's nice to hear that you're traveling in your own place because, I'm not going to say because what? What was your most interesting experience?
Wow. Boy, that one is a hard one, Oh. I would say, I think discovering that the hidden gems in St. Mary, I think for me, took me by surprise. Because, boy, it's hard to say it, but I never thought of St. Mary as having so many rivers, but they do, there's the Spanish Bridge, all of that White River runs there. And I mean, a lot of people, again, when I think about river, I think Portland, but St. Mary has a lot of nice rivers. A lot of them are really, really nice. And it's just gorgeous. It's unbelievable. You know
something, Toniann, you said you were born and raised in Kingston, right? So you're a Kingstonian.
Kingstonian.
Yes, but one of the things that I have found after moving from Kingston into on the North Coast is that Kingston people don't know nothing about Jamaica. They only know about town.
True.
Did you find that to be true for yourself?
No, because I always traveled locally, but not too much. So even when I was a student at Endermanley, because I did photography, I was a little bit going to Portland side.
I got you.
That's all the time.
I got you.
And that's the truth.
Yeah,
Kingston
I got you.
people only go Portland side when they really go our Ocho areas.
Yes, as for Ochi. It's true, see? Kingston people just put up them thumb a while ago.
It's true. You're the Portland or Ochi. Or
it's true.
Or you went Fort Clarence.
Or Negril.
That's it.
Or
Negril.
Yes.
Yeah, 80 ideas, you went to Negril.
Exactly.
So many places.
But what
there's so many other parishes.
Absolutely.
Clarendon has nice places.
Absolutely.
Have really nice places. So, my mission is to find the hidden gems. I recently went to, Negril, Westmoreland, but the other side of Westmoreland, like there's Benta River, there's Sweet River. And I was like, these places exist and they look so gorgeous.
Nice, Sweet River,
I didn't
nice.
know about them,
Because they're not promoted, really.
They're not promoted because I think, I don't want to say anything bad or negative, but I just think we're too commercialized, we want to promote certain places, and,
and that is
one
changing.
place I think that needs to be promoted more is Kingston, because there's so much things to do in Kingston. People overlook Kingston. That's the biggest challenge I have when, a tourist reach out to me and they want me to plan their trips. I'm flying into Mobay. I'm like, there's Kingston.
Things are changing though, Toniann. Don't you find that things are changing and people, especially the international community, kind of want a more rustic experience, a more natural experience?
Exactly. They don't want to be cooped up in the hotel. They want to experience the real Jamaica. Listen, I have people who's like, I want to go to, what's the name of that place? They want to go to the parties. They want to learn how to dance. They want to come to Devon House to eat the curry goat patty.
Right. And ice cream. Devon House ice cream is one of the best in the world.
It's one of the best in the world. They want to go downtown. I recently did the walking tour by Water Lane. A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah.
Downtown is this bubbling art district.
Yes.
They don't know.
Yes.
I went and I was like, this tour it's nice, it's a decent tour. You know, this is something that people should be learning about because there's a lot of history downtown that
true,
don't know.
True,
it's the seventh largest wharf, they say it, down that side. So a lot of people don't know Port Royal. You know, these are the things I grew up going to. You know, in your prep school, you do a little trip. You know, I remember when they used to have the ferry.
Right.
You know, those things we lose in our culture. We lose it, you know.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's very important to
regain that. Yes. All right. Them giving us the wind-up signal, but
oh Lord,
no, yes,
I'm having fun.
No. Last question. You have dispelled the belief that one needs money to travel. Let us talk about a smart approach to travel. Very quickly, a smart approach to travel and why you don't need no whole heap of money.
All right, you need money,
but not money.
Yeah. So the thing is, what I encourage people to do is, ask yourself the question, what are you willing to sacrifice? Is it purchasing that new car? Is it purchasing that new iPhone or whatever? What are you willing to sacrifice? When you answer that, then what you need to do, what I encourage people to do is try and find some extra source of income. And you don't have to be you don't have to be an artist or whatever, but find an extra source of income. Teach what you know. So for me as a graphic designer, a lot of people want to use Canva. They want to learn how to use to do their own promotional stuff. They want to know how to do reels. I mean, somebody said to me, I want you to do a simple thing like reels. Yes. You charge them, you get your money. And so I also encourage people to invest. Investing is so important. Jamaicans, we need to learn how to invest as young people. That's the only way you're going to make money.
Yes.
Not by, Yes. And I'm going to put it in the back, but you need to learn how to invest. So I tell all young people to do that.
Right. And there's so many ways of investing. So many ways of investing.
So many ways.
And it doesn't have to go through the bank.
No, and you don't need a lot of money. I think most investment is like, I think it's 10. I think. I don't know. But, you know, there's that.
Yes,
you know, you travel off season, but that's where you start.
Right.
Why are you willing to sacrifice saving money, get some extra source of income?
Okay. Traveling off season is a key point. Because
traveling off season.
Yes, because the tickets are low. This was so exciting.
You don't have to go far.
Exactly. You said you went to Cuba. We can go some little place.
Curacao. Curacao has direct flights.
Right.
And they're reasonable.
That's right. And you can still shop.
Panama.
There you go. It was lovely talking to you. And I'm sure you're going to be Before we go though, Toniann, you have to tell us about your social media platforms that we can check out your
okay. Yes. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's Travel with Toniann.
Okay.
Simple handle.
Okay.
Travel with Toniann. That's me.
All right. Nice talking to you. And where is your next adventure?
I can't say as yet, but
don't say it.
Can't say, but it's in the pipeline.
Right. So that's why you can't say it. Don't say it.
Can't say.
Lovely talking to you. Have yourself a wonderful day and continue to travel.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Nice. That was a lovely conversation. So that was a conversation with Toniann Mackenzie. She's a travel content creator. And she's also a full-time graphic designer. You notice we don't say much about the graphic designing, but she also has a passion for photography. And she is living her best life at a reasonable cost. Isn't that amazing? We're going to take a break. We soon come. Tri-State, we're ready for you. Tri-State, you ready for we?
We're ready for a long time, mama.
No, me didn't ready for you a long time. I'm here, so you never ready for we.
God is truly amazing, Mama Kelly. Good
Absolutely,
thanks,
for real.
You know, that's one of my favorite new songs I've been playing here on Irie Jam Radio. You know, much respect to the artists. We remember one day when we were playing the songs on the same rhythm.
Yes,
we were playing Mikey Spice and
right. And you were playing the hero. You were playing the hero.
The little hero, yeah.
Right. Nice.
God is amazing.
Yeah, man. Nice tune. For real.
True indeed. So it's raining on this side, Mama Kelly. Today is the actual first day of fall. So, we're experiencing some scattered showers and things of that nature. We expect that the temperature is going to drop significantly tomorrow. But in the song that you're playing, Give Thanks for the Snow and all of them things, I'm going to really feel like nobody...
Okay, so nobody not give thanks for snow?
Nobody not look forward to the snow, Mama Kelly, trust me.
Maybe they all look forward to snow. Like when we were just go for the first time and see snow. This is snow! This is snow!
Them fingertips start burn them.
Until, exactly.
Yeah, man.
And the snow start melt and get dirty.
I'm telling you, Mama Kelly, I have some people come here and them see the snow and just pick it up and want to taste it. Yeah. And then things, I say, I have to be careful, people pass by and do all kind of things.
In a snow.
Yeah, man. So you have to be careful. I remember my brother coming here, Mama Kelly, when he first came here. That was in January of, 87? He had came here before us. And when he got here, he came up in an Hawaiian suit.
You're scandal already with this Hawaiian suit.
Yeah, man, the short suit. We can't forget that story that Mama Kelly. Short suit in the middle of winter, because the man here say I'm going to go foreign. So...
Sergey, Marlon need a headphone.
So it was my dad who had to take him into the restroom in the airport and say, yo, put on some clothes, take out your pants them and then and put them on.
Well, where you carry put it on.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, that's only love tease we, Boy, when we come off foreign. Sure.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to, enjoying the winter each and every year. We can't escape it or go around it. So every year we must expect it and appreciate it as part of nature.
You realize that we are actually there's a storm coming our way soon. Yes. I'm just looking at the bulletin, lot of fine print. So the meteorological division, I don't think it's in Jamaica, this one though. But the bulletin is that there's a severe weather alert in effect for Jamaica, strong tropical wave to enter the Caribbean with high chance of further development. So I was kind of expecting some rain today, but we didn't have any rain this morning when I was coming over. But yesterday we had a lot of rain in my neck of the woods. So
I believe that new system is Gaston that they're calling it. If it's the same one, because we saw a couple of them coming in behind Fiona that recently hit Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos. And the next one that's in line is Gaston. Okay. So I believe that's the one that might be headed towards our island of Jamaica.
That's right. A lot of people were kind of putting us on alert and, warning us and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And we are now hearing that at least one person was reportedly killed in the earthquake in Mexico a few days ago.
Sad, but it could be worse.
Yes.
So we give thanks all the way on.
True indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a funny story, Mama Kelly. This one, it's called Beyond Burger Biting. Hear the name? Beyond Burger Biting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the person involved in this story, he is the CEO or COO. I'm not sure what COO means. But it's stated that Beyond Meat COO is accused of biting a man's nose outside of an Arkansas football stadium. Now, this is supposed to be someone who's the COO of a plant-based company. Basically,
but him like meat.
But he look like he love meat.
Clearly.
So,
oh my goodness.
I don't know when sip on the man nose will look like vegetable.
No,
bite it.
Not only just that, but I mean, then I saw the man nose prominent that the only thing he could have find to bite. Can you believe this?
Jano.
So if they were fighting?
Yes, it looks like they got into an argument, Mama Kelly, and he just decided to chomp on this man's nose. So I've heard of people having nose that look like sweet pepper already and everything.
Be careful. Be very careful. Mine might be a small sweet pepper.
Oh, man. Crazy.
I have some insecurities there.
Okay. I know, Mama. You have a nice little nose.
Yes.
I don't see no sweet pepper there, sir.
A little sweet pepper. Oh my God, this is terrible.
Wow.
You know,
Crazy.
you have to be careful what you teach your children, you know, because I grew up getting teased about it. So that's what my issue is, because nobody else in my family have such a small sweet pepper.
Mama, I must admit, I never noticed. And it's
Don't even know.
I'm not even going to look to see if I notice.
You know, having heard about it, I'm sure you will notice.
Oh.
But it's all part of my heritage, okay?
Wow.
so let me think. You know, I want to send you a picture, Sajid. How can I send you this picture? So do you want to take it off my phone? Because, you know, the other day I sent a picture of the King. The one with the lean.
King Charles. Yes.
King Charles. Is Charles? King Charles. So, you know, take. But anyway, I sent a picture of King Charles and I lean jacket. But then I got two pictures. Two of them of the prince. One of Prince Harry and the other one of his big brother. Right?
William.
So, William.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you the picture. Because in my mind, you know, there were people who were saying, you know, boy, look how them pants tight and them kind of something here. But to be very honest with you, after seeing that jacket, I really think that the boys are taking it to a different level. And it needs to be taken to a different level. You as somebody, you as a man, you tell me if you think, say, Harry and I have to write down his name. I always
William.
Yes. I'll never forget Harry's name. if Harry and William pants too tight. No, it might sound frivolous, you know, but you don't know, so we are looking for them things here. Nobody fool yourself. You understand me? We are looking. But it is my opinion, when you see it, you can tell me what you think. But it is my opinion that the times have changed. Right. And them two young man, you know, where you want to see them in a pants with favor for them father pants or them grandfather pants. No. And in fact, I was quite, but let me not tell you what my opinion is. Put it up on the screen and show Beau-Regard. And he will decide, and then we will discuss it afterwards. But just tell me what your thoughts are on these trousers.
All right. So, all right, we're waiting to get the photo up. Right. Here's another thing that's taking place on this side. While we wait for the photo to come up, Mama Kelly.
Okay.
You know the movie that was out back in the 90s called The Little Mermaid?
Yes, I didn't watch it, but yeah.
Right. So they're remaking the movie for 2023 into a musical and all of that. And the leading actress who's going to be playing The Little Mermaid is a black actress. Now there's a whole lot of uproar that's been going on. People have been going crazy on social media saying that the Little Mermaid is not black and they can vision the Little Mermaid being black and a whole bunch of things. People are just trying to, you know, basically look out against the black actress that's playing the Little Mermaid. Her name is Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
Yes, just like Halle Berry, but Halle Bailey. She's an American singer. And, you know, people have just been coming out and going crazy, saying they're not going to watch the movie and the mermaid is not black and all of these things.
Some mermaid or what? Mermaid is what?
I asked myself this question though, Mama Kelly. After them throw so much away in the ocean.
Yes. What are we must come out to that tail by now?
What do you expect?
See with the you know, the only difference is that if the hair might be different, it might be some dreadlocks down in the back. I remember, so we're not a comb down the neither. So can you imagine? But not only just that. Look how them show Nefertiti as white and
Moses
Moses and all these, but
everybody.
Jesus, everybody white with blonde hair. And
all
like
white. Oh, you notice, Mama Kelly, in the same thing that you're saying, in a lot of movies where they needed different ethnic races, where they were trying to represent different ethnic backgrounds from different parts of the country, they always use the white person to play the role.
Of course.
Whether Chinese, they look Asian, Egyptian, African, whatever the case may be. That's how the whole blackface thing come about with actors, you know, painting their faces black and, you know.
I've seen a blonde Cleopatra with white blonde Cleopatra. In what world? In what world?
In other son out there.
You understand me message to you? At least Toniann blonde. But I mean, please. So what's the point? You know what I mean? All right, so the picture there now. So that's Mas Harry.
Mm-hmm. him kind of look alright.
Him look nice.
Yeah, him look alright. Nothing wrong with him.
Me not see nothing wrong with it. I mean, yeah, show him and him brother now, William. so people that it what? One what? Okay, all right. So you can't show the other one. I would love Beau-Regard to see it.
Well, here's the thing, Mama Kelly. Here's why Harry looks so excellent in how he's dressed and distinguished.
Yes.
He has Meghan around him. He has Miss Meghan Markle around him, so it's good.
Yeah, because can I tell you the truth? I thought about his American experience, and I figured that influenced his style. And when you see the other picture with him and his brother, because his brother's pants kind of close to, the two of them kind of huddled up like, and you can see like Harry yourselves, them thing you are wearing uniforms. And his brother look good too. Man. You know, you have to just be honest about it. Two of them look nice in them close pants. And come on, you know, give a guy a break, man. Certainly better than them father jacket.
Yeah, I tell you.
So that's that.
Oh man.
Anyway, so we have inside of the studio Marlon Brown, and I know that we don't have much information about Marlon, but we don't need no whole heap. He's here with his guitar, so he's a real musician, you know.
Right.
And we're just gonna have a chat with him after this break. All right.
All right, no problem.
All right, cool. So we have live inside of our studio none other than Marlon Brown, and you're listening to the voice of Marlon Brown as we speak. So there he is on the screen. Yes, there he is. So here is Marlon Brown, and he has a new CD out. It's called Something Special, and it didn't take me 2 days to listen to this CD, and as soon as I listened to the CD, I'm like, Marlon, yo, bridge! So we both need to know from the very beginning. So we're going to ask Beau-Regard to start.
Greetings, Marlon. Welcome.
Top of the morning. Thank you for having me.
Greetings. It's a pleasure, my brother. Tell us about where you grew up in Jamaica.
Well, Greenwich Town, right out of Kingston 13. Yes.
Born there?
Born and raised in Greenwich Farm.
Oh, Greenwich Farm.
Yeah, that is Greenwich Farm.
All right.
What was that like during your childhood? During I'm gonna say around the 90s, 80s, 90s. What was that like?
Well, a little bit different because most of the great things usually it stopped. Yeah. Although Bonnie moved on, but it still have a piece of Max Romeo.
Okay.
And have Prince Seller. And before Dirk Morgan leave, I got a piece of him.
Okay.
So got a lot of good experience.
So you grew up around some great talent.
Wow, I must say yes.
Okay. You know what I would love to ask you, Marlon, because that area in Kingston, just Kingston generally, and particularly the area that you just described as coming from, music was rich. The culture of music was rich.
Very, very, very rich. What I was told that every day you'd see musicians passing up and down with guitar. You'd have musicians at a corner in Greenwich Farm at East Avenue. That was where Soul Syndicate and the whole so then you have Cornerstone down at Bottom Farm. So it was a circle.
So as a little boy growing up in that community, what were your thoughts when you saw the musicians? Did you always want to do music?
Wanted it also, yes, but my grandaunt didn't want me to be a musician.
Tell us about that.
I was raised up in the church.
Okay.
and mother one side and father one side. And so Sunday school, I'd recite, take part of every program. During church hours too, I have to sing a one song or go recite. So my grandma was a teacher also.
Okay.
And she taught Burnley to make his first A. And she saw a lot of musicians come in the business and didn't make it. And some went crazy. And she didn't want to see me take that part. But when you born to do something, no matter what, you're going to still go down that lane.
So most of her encouragement was go to school, get your education.
Yes, because she expect me to be some doctor, some lawyer, some
something where you don't want to do.
Something that I don't want to be. So it was really scary. Yeah, and I had to learn to speak properly because she was one of those type of people. And
but can I say something though, Marlon? God bless your auntie. Let me tell you why I say so. Because you can speak properly. That's
but
one. That's one. Yeah. And two, you see, when I listen to the music, that's why I call you so fast. Because when I listen to the music, I am hearing a musician. And it is obvious to me that whatever road that you chose, the background of excellence that your auntie set for you was always there.
Yes.
So no matter what you do, you're going to do it at the best level.
Yes.
God bless your auntie.
See.
Yes.
So at what age it was that you decided to start to nurture your music skills?
To be honest, I was in my early 20s. Joined up with this guy named Franco in my community, and they saw us in singing there. So they made a stage, and the Egyptian, Basque Mex, and the whole of Mr. Wang, little family came right there, and Vice Cartel also. So this is where it started. Then from there I went to Junior Roots studio and made my first rhythm. And Junior Reed said, man, your Christmas studio before me, man. Yes, wow.
So how long have you been recording?
Well, if I can remember that first time going to Junior Reed studio, I laid my first track. Barnabas was the man who in control. Got all the musicians, so from there, started, then Junior Reed liked what I did and he recorded me. Then start moving from there. Community members start recording me. What the bridge in our control, Father Romy. Father Romy, yes, and quite a few people. So then I realized you have to do something for myself. So I wasn't going the way I wanted it. So coming around China and learning the instrument, again making a next sacrifice.
You heard that, Beau-Regard, China. China is really who in the yard is really where I met Marlon first. China Smith, right? China
yes,
Smith.
I've heard it, yes.
Right, all right. So he has this little gathering that he calls Inna the Yard. And quite a few musicians come Inna the Yard. And one of the good things about China Smith is that you have to be a real musician to come in for him, yeah.
Yes, his gate is open for all musicians if you want to learn.
Right.
And from you enter the gate, you know if you're going to play it or you just come to play around.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
To go back to when you were inside of Junior Reed's studio, you said that's where you made your first rhythm. You also dabble in the producing part of the music.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
Not knowing that's what was happening.
And were you able to voice artists on this rhythm, or you yourself on this first rhythm?
Well, Well, you know, Franco Nero introduced me, so Franco Nero was on the rhythm also. And Snow Cone helped us fix up Franco Nero's song, so I end up have to sing the punchline for Franco. So it's 2 songs, yeah, and I didn't really get to go further with it.
Marlon, let me ask you this, because your voice is, just listening to you talk, I realize that you have both a good talking voice and a very good singing voice. But your vocals don't match what is considered to be your typical roots and culture artist. Did you always have that confidence that me go sound like me? I mean, don't have nobody where me necessarily want to sound like.
It always sound like
It's hard to sound like nobody else.
Yeah, to be honest, I love music. I mash up my mother component set. I mash up every radio in the house because I keep on playing the cassettes and I replay them and memorize them.
Yeah.
So from ever since, but some songs I would find a song where we match up to my voice, but eventually doing things I always really hearing myself not sounding like somebody else. Sometimes my next man will say, you want to sound like that man, you know. I'm not really see it, but him says something I have to work with what him say.
Yeah, because we influence each other.
Yes.
So that will come in. But what I found, Beau-Regard, is that he sounds authentic.
Yes.
And this is one of the reasons that I was just so excited about talking about this album. And I said to him earlier, which is so true, that albums like these that I consider to be a very good album sometimes goes under beneath the radar, and no one hears these albums because him don't sound like that one day, or him not sound like that one day, and that is just such a pity. But we're going to correct that.
It's a crack where you have to go through, Mama Elise, because a lot of people know me. I don't go on no stage and flop. So a lot of people know me. So they maybe, it's nothing just never before the time.
Right.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah, tree never, tree have to reach certain
Before it can bear fruit.
Absolutely. We're going to be sharing some of these songs with our listeners because it's really that good. And I know that Beau-Regard has been listening to some of your music. What's your opinion, Beau-Regard?
Very good. Very good music that I'm hearing, Mama Kelly. Something special. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to the whole entire album as yet. But of course, I'm going to be listening to the whole entire album. But from what I've heard so far, I've heard some really great songs, Steal Your Joy and Love at First Sight.
Right.
Very, very good songs.
Thank you very much.
And the variety is another thing that's quite impressive because you're true to the roots rock cultural music, and you also sing beautiful love songs. Who write your music?
Well, I did all of them. I was blessed by an angel.
Yeah.
And Melody, she's a very jealous lady. Music, Mr. Music is also jealous, but Miss Melody, she's more jealous.
Yeah, and sometime-ish.
How do you feel about that, though? Are you open to other people writing your music? Would you do a song?
Yes,
that
I'm
someone
always
else wrote?
open. Being around China, I have to be singing other people's songs.
Okay.
So, and that helped build my craft and teach me how to organize my own stuff.
I see that you play. I see that you have the guitar with you. Has that always been your first choice of instrument?
Man, yeah.
You know, we're going to go ahead, Beau-Regard.
I was going to say, just to follow up, when did you pick up the guitar?
You would be surprised to know. So I can't tell anybody, say you never stop learning until you die.
When you pick up the guitar?
At the age of 32.
Oh, really?
33, yeah.
And from that, what?
And from that,
From you took up that guitar, what happened?
I couldn't sleep.
Oh my goodness.
The first time I touched a guitar, I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't wait till the next morning to see the person with the guitar to get a touch of it.
Oh my goodness.
Until I can buy one. And when I did buy one, I found myself at China's home.
Wow.
And I didn't leave that doorway.
Beau-Regard, the album is so good that we want to spend a little time listening to the music. So we're going to play another one. This one is called In My Bones. I just absolutely love this one. And then when we come forward to the interview, we'll probably come back with Marlon doing something on his guitar. All right?
No problem.
All right, so let's go. We have live inside of our studio none other than Marlon Brown. Marlon Brown is a roots rock reggae artist, but we're gonna have to ask him, his other genres that he loves, because it is very obvious that you're more than just roots rock reggae.
Well, from a kid I've been. Souls was always my type of thing.
Okay, that's your genre.
Yes, I always loved souls. Reggae music was a part of the thing because, sound system always string up around with players, a beat from Sunday to Sunday. But being around China, really study roots. Yeah, being amongst China, you learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the craft.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tried to mix it a little this, a little that.
Mm-hmm. You've done a wonderful job of mixing it. Absolutely wonderful, because we have different music is music. We don't have it in a box. So it's nice when you're giving us a tune like Covenant, and then we're enjoying the roots and the culture, and then you give us bang.
Well, that one was just magic, two different stories. If you notice, two different stories, and it comes together and becomes one, and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm, it makes sense.
Yeah, that was just magic.
All right, we're going to play bang. But Beau-Regard, you there?
You hearing me, Mama Kelly?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
The song you played that was played before we went to the break, would you classify that as like soul reggae, Marlon?
Which
is in your bones, in my bones.
In my bones. Well, you can if you want to. Yeah. And you can, because it's a touch of soul train from the roots.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
so
nice.
If China told me one of the instruments he played, it was from an instrumental song. Yeah. And when I really listen to the song, nobody not singing on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what come back. So it's an old school sound.
Mm-hmm.
How's the album doing? Something special. How's it doing since its release?
That's a very good question. Now I can see a bright light. Now I don't know what it was doing before.
They said the switch turn on now.
Yeah, this I can say I like the switch turn on. Yeah.
That's good. How many tracks are on the album actually?
It's really 9 in there. We get a brata by the same Feel It in My Bones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get us a wind soundtrack. So
you know what I'd like to ask, because you're working with Jamaican musicians and they're by and large reggae roots and culture musicians. Did you choose the musicians that you went inside of the studio with? And if you did, who are they?
Yes, I did. I really miss some because Chris Meredith gone.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Dalton. And why am I tell you?
So most of your musicians are playing at Zion right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
And one more Jungle Gym.
Okay. Wow.
So I lose some great souls.
Wow.
Within the process.
Did this have anything to do with the last 2 years and the pandemic?
Yes.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, my brother.
Okay, so like for example, a song like Bang. We're going to play a Bang. You listen to Bang, Beau-Regard?
Yes, with Isla Bash.
Some great musician, Bobla, Rabelin. Axman.
Yes.
Some top man upon it.
Yeah, man, we realize that. Tell us a little bit about bang and how it came about. And you know what I love about the bang is a mixture of genres and is a mixture of generation, because Isla Bash no come out of your generation, no at all. But it spice the thing nice.
Sure. And everywhere I go, kids love
bang.
Kids love him.
Yeah, okay.
Everywhere I go, mommy, with him, people just love him. Children just handle him. When them reach feet, bang, 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 and you start move like him. Yeah.
Obviously, he has been inspired by Ika Mouse.
Well,
yeah, I hear Ika Mouse and all that. All right, make we just play a little bit of bang, and then Beau-Regard, we can talk again.
My name Jesus, our junior gang. Well, Micah dance if we still learn.
Well, Micah dance if we still learn. It's all about the bang.
Wow. That's the thing about it. If you can make people laugh,
yeah,
the
man.
music you've been damn good.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
The name, I have to ask you first. How did the name come up?
The name Bang?
Yeah, I was just singing the song. The name was a lot.
Alright, you know, say, to be honest, tell you the truth, I have my part bang and the man have film part bang long time. And we just in a china yard and we just start playing me and sing my bang and him just come in with film bang. I would have said, alright, we are gonna put them together, you know.
One big bang.
One big bang. But there's a part of the music where you say every music have to have a bang.
Yes,
and a tune.
You have to walk with the bang in
Yeah,
and talk it.
right.
If you're not banging it, not sound good.
Yeah, I love watch good work. Excellent
you know what I like
combination.
about the song? It's a happy song. It's a feel good song.
Yes.
It's a song where you just have to move.
Yes,
And that's what I like about it. Right away. It not take too long. You know, some songs have to grow up on you.
Yes.
Right away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Beau-Regard, I noticed you mentioned when we were talking about the songs that you listen to and the ones that you like. Steal Your Joy is definitely one of my favorites also. We'll close off with it. But let me ask, you wrote this one, Marlon?
Yes, sir.
It is deep. It is deep. What tell us about me don't know why you write the song and the inspiration behind it.
To be honest, mommy, what life has taught us, we have to be true. And most of the songs what we hear is what we see. So I've been going through a vibration, and to block it, this is a song came.
Okay.
Never let them steal your joy.
Okay.
And I just lost my grandaunt within the motion. So
sorry to hear.
That was a song. What?
That's who raised you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
As you know, I feel the lady all over your door. May I tell you? Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. You know, it's nice that we can talk to people, you know, because there was just something with all of the roots and the you know, rugged and them urban. All them something they see. There's something very refined about your energy. I don't know if you know that, but hearing the story about your grand aunt and how she raised you, she's all over you.
Yeah, man, she is.
She's all over you.
You know, energy is everything, you know, Mama Kelly. Either good energy or bad energy, and you just have to realize and recognize when the energy is right.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. So where you plan to take this CD, you know? What's your next move?
Well, as far as it can go, you know, my next move is creating things new. Yes, my next move is to see this go forward also. Ready for those who ready to work. Yeah. And whatever the future holds. The more,
Go ahead.
them say the more you look, you less you see. It's not everything that is glitter is gold. So I'm just saying, wherever it goes, I'll work with it.
I hear you.
As long as I can get to do the most I work.
Right.
Speaking of wherever it goes, where can the listeners go to find your music?
Well, it's on all digital platforms, each and every one, and I'm on Instagram, official reggae music, Marlon Brown. Yes, so
Facebook?
Facebook, everything.
Okay.
You might go on Facebook and see a little glitches, but don't let that trouble you.
All right, we're not going to go on Facebook. We're going to go on.
You know what? I'm up in a glitch.
No, you have some people out there who, you know, try to steal people's identity. I see a lot of artists have to put out these things on social media, you know, saying that's not them, I'm over here, you know, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful talking to you. And you know something, we as media practitioners and those of us who actually select music on the radio, we really need to have a more open view about music. We ourselves have to have an appreciation for music, because if we don't, then we're not going to find a particular genre for stuff this one in, because it is just so wide and beautiful and musical. So we have to be musical in order to really do the music credit. We have to know music. We have to know when something good. We have to understand that something there. And trust me, this is not something that you can put in a box, but it is brilliant.
Nice.
I thought I had nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I thought.
And
with you telling me that I have something, my eyes are open wide.
you have something, and
Thank
you
you very
can
much.
work with it. You have something.
Definitely. You know, the whole entire tri-state is listening to you. Is there anyone you want to shout out on this side or in Jamaica?
Well, I would love to say one big love to my Greenwich Farm family, Greenwich Town Farm, Greenwich Farm Beach. Yeah, those are the people who go row a boat and come in and carrying food and feed a lot of poor people and feed me also. Yeah, and the ones who been there for me every nook and cranny. Make me can get a little draw, keep the events up and some food and balance. And you know the thing go. Love to one and all. I can't remember everybody. You don't know the thing go.
Yeah, man. You know the thing go.
Yeah, true.
So, Beau-Regard, you know the thing go?
Definitely, Mama
Yeah,
Kelly.
man, you know the thing go too.
Mr. Marlon Brown, sir.
Rastafari.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving us these wonderful songs. And we'll continue to push them here on Irie Jam Radio and on the Bridge 99 FM, and just keep up the great work.
Thank you very much for having me also.
Most welcome. So, Beau-Regard, you have yourself a wonderful weekend.
All right, you too, Mama Kelly.
And
I'm going to close out on this side with Love at First Sight.
Okay.
or do you want to close out with...
I would be selfish if I take one more song. Play your song, Beau-Regard.
All right, Mama Kelly.
So this is how we say so long. See? Bless upon yourself and heart full of love.